Alright, so, this is gonna be the first day. Well, I guess I should address last time. Yeah, I started a YouTube channel, I had a video, and then I said, if I don't procrastinate, I will see you all tomorrow. And then I proceeded to procrastinate really hard. So yeah, anyway, this is the second video. Just for the sake of variety, I'm going to be moving on to the second game I play. I'll probably have another Minecraft video out next time I make a video. That could be anywhere between still today and a week. Who knows? But this is going to be the first episode of a free-to-play Clash Royale series. I know that most people have already been playing Clash Royale for a long time, and, well, if you haven't played Clash Royale before, maybe you should give it a shot. This will give you good tips on how to maximize your progression, and if you're already playing Clash Royale, then feel free to follow along, because I'm sure you'll learn a couple tips you haven't known before, because I'm quite experienced at this game. Let's just speed on through this tutorial. Once Night Archers, right? Yeah, okay. Night Archers are actually some of my favorite cards. I used to main a Night Archers deck. Not Expo, by the way, I'm not toxic. I used to play Mortar Cycle. I always liked Mortar. It's a cool card. So, the tutorial is generally pretty slow. I'll see about placing cards before it normally asks me to. Oh, you hear that? It had like the hooray sound effect. That was a really old sound effect. Also, did you see those minions getting two-shot? Towers aren't supposed to two-shot minions like that. It's kind of odd how a bunch of interactions are off at level 1. So, yeah. There are going to be a bunch of kind of odd things that we see at low levels, but we'll quickly get into normal gameplay soon. So, second tutorial. Oh, that's an interesting name, actually. I was going to try and make me set up a push now. Yes, I will set up this push with my lack of archers, yes. So, yeah, this is... I mean, I'm playing Giant. I'm sure everyone here already knows how to play the game. Or if you don't, you gonna ask me to fireball that? That's a little stupid, but okay. Anyway, pretty standard stuff, this tutorial. If you haven't played the game before, you don't want to be playing everything on 0 like this. You want to wait until you're at 10 elixir before you play any cards. I'm just playing stuff to speed past the tutorial as soon as possible. I'll explain better how to play the game once I get into fighting the bots. I mean, these are kind of bots, but these are garbage bots. These are tutorial bots that are made to let you win. Once I'm fighting the bots that, let's see, Almond, F2p, yeah. Once I'm facing the bots that aren't, like, meant to make you instantly win, then I'll start playing better and explaining exactly how to play the game. Like, look at this, I have triple their health on my towers, I'm at the same level. Mini P.E.K.K.A. It wants me to Mini P.E.K.K.A. Okay. I want to tank for my Mini P.E.K.K.A. with a Knight, because Mini P.E.K.K.A. is not exactly a high health troop. He's got health, but he doesn't have, like, efficient health, you know? That's something that some people don't quite get. Mini P.E.K.K.A.'s got a lot of health, but he doesn't have an efficient amount of health. Because, like, if you think about his damage is way more important than his health, so you want to protect the Mini P.E.K.K.A. so he can keep doing his damage. So, like the Knight. The Knight, he doesn't do all that much damage, so I would rather have my Knight in front to tank for the Mini P.E.K.K.A. So you don't have to just think about things in terms of stats, but in terms of, like, how efficient those stats are. Knight's efficiently tanking, and the Mini P.E.K.K.A. is efficiently damaging. It looks like we're a day? It's a long chest. Zoinks. Anyway, okay, so this is our first deck. Just to upgrade things for now. When we're starting off, we're going to have an excess of gold and not enough cards, so we're pretty much just going to instantly upgrade everything we can, because we also want to get through these level up chests as much as we can. So, I believe we're going to actually face some not stupid bots now. So I'll start playing for real. They changed the bots, so it's less obvious that you're facing them. So anyway, I'm going to wait for 10 elixir, wait for 10. And then I'm going to see what he plays. He plays minions, I'm going to counter them. I could have played my own minions there, because minions kill minions, but I'd rather not, actually. I'm going to split my archers to the back now, because I don't want to commit to one lane right now. I know that he's going to play something to counter my knight, so I'm just going to wait it out, see what he plays. He's going to play something, He's not playing anything, so I'm Musketeer the back. That certainly is a play. Mini P.E.K.K.A is the best counter I have in hand to the Musketeer. That's something you just learn in time. Musketeer counters minions. I don't want to play my minions into the Musketeer. I'm going to Giant in front of my Musketeer here, because Giant's a tanky card, Musketeer's a damage card, so it works out pretty nicely. I have the thing that kills the Musketeer, and I have the thing that does damage to the Giant. Wait, no, I said that wrong. The Giant does the tanking, the Musketeer does the killing. This is, in terms of deck composition, this is not the worst thing in the world. I got 2 tanks, I've got Knight and Giant, and then I've got 3 DPS cards, so Mini P.E.K.K.A, Minions, and Musketeer, and I got 2 spells. Wait, no, I got another card in there. Knight, Mini P.E.K.K.A, Minions, Archer. Oh, I've got 4 DPS. Look at this. So I've got, let me just organize this real quick. So I've got 4 DPS cards, 2 spells, and 2 tanks. That's, I mean, like, it's okay, I guess. It's not the worst deck in the world. Just keep on moving. These bots are gonna be really bad for a long time. So, but I will keep practicing just playing correctly so that you guys get an example. So, minions the back, minions split. This is a very safe play because I've got a second DPS in hand, so if they go something air on either side, I have my Musketeer to counter it. And since the minions are splitting, one in some in either lane, then no matter where they play a card, they're playing into minions, so pretty much no matter what you do, minions split the back first. As long as you have another air counter, minions split the back first play is never a bad option. So, I went for a Giant the back there because I knew he was down Elixir. I spent, well, so what happened was he went Musketeer the river. He spent 4. I played Mini P.E.K.K.A on his Musketeer. That instantly kills his Musketeer, so I have almost a full health Mini P.E.K.K.A, and we were even on Elixir. So I know that I'm up a bit, because he has a Spence, I'm going to kill my Mini P.E.K.K.A, and then I'm going to be up Elixir. So, because of that, I decided that it would be a good time to set up a Giant in the back. I think a second ago you saw me arrows the minions. Minions are a bait card. Bait cards die to small spells. Arrows is a small spell. Lots of memorization here. That's a terrible Mini P.E.K.K.A because I can get my Mini P.E.K.K.A off. These are bots. There's not really much in-depth stuff to go through here. I might be explaining too much at once. If you're a new player, I hope I'm not going, if I'm not sounding absolutely insane. In terms of these cards, I'd rather have Spear Gobs, because Spear Gobs are just... It's more likely that someone will be a bad player and mess up dealing with Spear Gobs than it is that they'll mess up dealing with Gobs. Gob Hut, I will be using... Okay. Yeah, tutorial stuff. Okay, so... Princess Tower, we're probably going to be using Princess Tower for the entire run, because you get your Princess Tower upgrades for free, so I'm just going to focus on upgrading my cards instead of my Princess Tower. Just for, the sake of, what would I say? Just for the sake of, memories, I'll make each new deck, in a different slot. So this is the deck that you start with, and then I will, make the next deck, because I've got new cards now, so we can make something that's less atrocious. So I probably want to go with Spellbait here, because we've got Spellbait, 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 Spellbait. So I want to just go for small Spellbait. I don't really need Knight, because I've got, I don't need Knight, because I've got 2 moderately tanky things. And then I'll swap out Musketeer for Spear Gobs. So between these 4, I've got 5 damage per second units now, and all 4 of these are weak to small spells. But of course, he's only got 1. My enemies are only going to have a 1 small spell, so if I have 4 things that die to arrows, and the enemy only has 1 arrows, I'm probably going to get value out of something there. So, we'll see how it works now. Of course, it's going to work, because these are bots, and they're going to play terribly. I really could just set up a push immediately and just kill him, but I'm trying to play correctly, you know? If he's not going to play anything, I'm going to split Spear Gobs. This is a really annoying play, by the way, splitting Spear Gobs, because 1 Spear Gob is 2 divided by 3. 0.6 Elixir. You can't counter 0.6 Elixir for a positive trade, so no matter what happens, that 1 Spear Goblin is either going to get damage or get a positive trade. It's just how it works. So split Spear Gobs is just ultra annoying play. You saw what happened a second ago. He went Giant the River. I preemptively went Giant the River because I know that my stuff is going to kill his Giant, and then when it's walking back across, I want my Giant tanking for my stuff. I feel like when I'm saying it with words, it sounds more complicated than it is. There is stuff, and I want to put the big thing in front of it. It's kind of odd how they made this tutorial work. Like, I don't know what's up with this 24-hour chest. I've never seen one of those before. I mean, I've seen 24-hour chests before, but never one that looked like that. So, in this hand, I would rather split archers, because, Fireball, you don't just randomly fireball. Minions, you can split minions, but minions are much better in one lane than two. I split minions before because it just wasn't a better play. And you can't giant first play. I mean, you can giant first play, but it's not technically correct. If you giant first play, someone might just absolutely wreck you in the opposite lane. And you don't want to. We're not playing Casino Royale, we're playing Clash Royale, so I'll be a bit safer than just going all in first play. I haven't actually had to use my Gob Hut yet. Really, the Gob Hut's there is for. The reason the Gob Hut is there is because if I face a real player, I'm going to need something that can easily outskill them. And I know that if I'm facing a real player at this low trophies, they're not going to have any idea how to handle a Gob Hut. I'm probably going to cut a couple of these games from the video. This is very good. What we're working towards right now is actually events, because events is when you really start getting good stuff. Progression is very slow before you get events. So basically, I'm just working towards events, and then as soon as we get events, we're going to be grinding those all the time. Trophy Road is actually the least important thing in terms of grinding. Like, by the way, here, I'm going to play my Gob Hut, because if I play my archers, he might kill me with, like, some air push. Of course, he's not going to kill me with some air push because he's a bot. But remember, I'm trying to play as correct as I possibly can. I'm actually down Elixir right now, because he went Mini Peck at the River into my Gob Hut, and I didn't have anything for it. So, the reason why Gob Hut's a very safe starting play is because when you play it in the middle, if you play something on either side, it's going to the Gob Hut. If you play something on this lane, it's going to the Gob Hut in the middle. If you play something on this lane, it's going to the Gob Hut in the middle. So pretty much no matter what happens, the Gob Hut is going to get some sort of value. That's like a general blueprint for how you want to make your starting plays. You want to do something that's going to get at least some sort of value, no matter what. It doesn't have to be a lot of value, it just has to be something. Make them play something, or get a positive trade, get a little damage, whatever. I'm just going to spam Mini P.E.K.K.A here. This is a bad play, but I know that he's not going to be able to defend it because he's a bot. And now we're just waiting for the King Tower to go down. Mini P.E.K.K.A is such a cool card. Everybody loves Mini P.E.K.K.A. He just sits there and he whacks things. I'm not actually entirely sure yet which deck I'm going to be maxing for this account. I could unlock Goblin Cage, but Goblin Cage is not very good against over-leveled players, so I'm just going to ignore it for now and keep going with my Gob Hut. So yeah, pretty much more of the same. We're just going to keep beating up these bots. I also Spear God to the rivers there. That's also another common play. The reason why people do that is because it's only 2 elixir, so you can afford to just play it right at the river, especially because I had all of these extra DPS cards in hand. So, like, if he tries to ignore it and punish me for some reason, it's just not going to work, because I have too much DPS in my hand. If he goes for a giant at the river, it dies. Like he did just there. So, you notice I took a bit of damage there. The reason why I'm okay with taking a bit of damage is because, I mean, look at this. Look at what's happening right now. I took a bit of damage, but I'm getting a lot more. That's just something that you're going to learn a while later, really. That's enough to 3 crowns, so I'm pretty much just... Oh, never mind. That's not enough to 3 crowns. Okay. So, yeah. Just keep playing stuff. That's the first time one of these bots has used his spell. He's playing better now. And he's got a higher level of stuff than me. Like, you notice the levels above the... Right next to the, what is it? Next to the health bars? Yeah. The level number next to the health bar shows, like, what stats they have. something you're going to run into a lot as a free-to-play player is someone has higher levels than you, they're just going to basically get a free win against you. So you have to, I'm going to split spear gobs, just be annoying. You have to be really careful. Whoa there, now that's quite a play. So this is, like, the place that he put this goblin hut, that is garbage. That is the worst possible place to play your goblin hut. I'm just gonna mention that. Goblin hut, another reason I like it, counters giants. And you can only play giant down here, so good counter. I don't need to play anything for his giant, and my archers are going to take his tower, so I'm just going to wait for him to play anything, play something. I have no reason to go and be, like, aggressive. I can just be patient, keep my elixir. Mini P.E.K.K.A.s, I minions, he knights, I have no idea what that knight is. He fireballed my minions, so I'm gonna, like, explain something real quick. I had a lot of stuff on the field, and he just had to spend a lot of elixir to kill my stuff. He just spent all of his elixir, and I was at 10 because I wasn't playing my stuff. Since I know he just spent his elixir, and I have a bunch of elixir, I'm just gonna set up a push and kill him. Because, like, even if he was a real player, down that much of elixir, he's pretty much just dead. Like, not even Mo Light could have defended that push with what elixir he had in hand. Keep collecting these rewards. You can see up here, we're going to get some new cards eventually. Let's look at these cards. Bomber, Skellies, Tombstone, and Valk. Those are actually useless to me. Tombstone you might find some use with, because it's very good when you don't have that high level. But, yeah. We want to go for more synergy instead of just playing stuff that works. That didn't quite make sense. So, Tombstone, the point of Tombstone is that it's very good at stalling things. Tombstone can stall whatever they're playing, but I don't need to stall whatever they're playing because I've got 100 billion damage per second cards. I'm just going to kill their stuff. That's just how my deck is put together. There are some decks that are based around stalling, but this one is based around just killing. Notice here I played my spear gobs all the way off to the side here, so if he tries to arrows, he can't arrows all of my spear gobs. He can hit one or the other, but he can't hit both. That's something you're going to have to do a lot. Make sure that your stuff is not right next to each other. I'm pretty sure he's down elixir, by the way. Never mind. I'm actually going to giant this. I had to play either my giant or my mini P.E.K.K.A. If I played my mini P.E.K.K.A, it was going to take a hit, so I'd rather just play my giant. Because my giant will help my minions. And the mini P.E.K.K.A wouldn't really help my minions at all. And I decided to archers the bridge there because he just arrowed, and his best counter to archers is arrows, so it makes sense to play my archers when he doesn't have the counter in hand. Believe it or not, I'm going to ignore these archers, because I don't have anything in hand that's really worth countering them with. Like, I could have countered them with a mini P.E.K.K.A, but the mini P.E.K.K.A would practically be dead after that, because archers do a lot of damage. So what I did is I just allowed some damage on my tower. I took, like, a bit, but because of that, I have this gob hut, and it's gonna just keep getting chipped. And you see that? He just played 7 elixir for those goblins. So he is down a lot. He was down before I put the hut down, and now he's down even more. So it is over for him. Like, he's got nothing to counter this push. I think that he has to arrows, so I just don't have to play anything right now. I'm gonna archers the back because I don't want to leak elixir. You never leak elixir, but you don't want to, like, give him more spell value for the push either. Well, he just arrows nothing. So if he was a real player, playing your spell and nothing is a sign that you're giving up. So I'm just gonna, 100,000 spear gobs. Keep working on these bots. Better chest. We're almost out of the first arena. We're almost there. So, I'm pretty sure that for these bots, what they do is they take a random player's name and then just slap it on a bot. So there's someone out there named DBZ Radiant Yami. That certainly is a play, Giant the Bridge. Yeah. By the way, never Giant the Bridge first play. It simply is never the correct option. There is no starting hand where Giant the River is correct. He just minions into my spear goblins, so I'm gonna giant to protect my spear goblins. Because, like, when you giant first play, you're just asking for a negative trade. Since he took that negative trade, I'm okay with playing my giant river. I play my giant river after he gets the negative trade, not before. I'm gonna minions to kill this knight. He can arrows the minions if he wants. If he does arrows the minions, I'll have my archers. If he doesn't arrows the minions, then the knight's dead. I mean, he picked the back there. Honestly, I probably should have played my archers. I'm not perfect. I'll play my spear gobs. I can afford to just play something to make my mini pack a little more threatening. Split archers the back. It's safe. That was terrible. So I played my archers, right? And my archers have gotten no value because they haven't actually done anything yet. But he played a giant into my archer. So he's basically saying, here, archer, kill my giant. So he's practically asking for a negative nature trade there. So he spent 9, by the way, because he played a giant and a fireball, so that's 9. I spent 8 because of my archer and my goblin hunt. So I'm up, not only on my up elixir, I still have my archer on the board, so I don't mind playing everything at the river now. The way that they've balanced this game is like this. You don't want to play things at the river before it's a good time. You want to play things at the river when it's a good time. And you want to play them at the river, not set up in the back. Set up in the back it's good, but it's not the best playstyle. The best playstyle is just at the river all the time. It's a little unskilled, but nah. That's how they're balancing this game. If the best way to play is no skill, then I'm sure you guys will get into it all the faster. So, we're almost done with League 1. This is actually the second arena right now. Sometimes it places you against people at the bottom of the next arena. I split my archers there because Goblin Hut's an air counter. I'm not gonna do something fancy. I'm just gonna let this take a hit. I could giant the river. If I was playing against a real person, I probably would, because sometimes you just go for Casino Royale and see how it works. But since I'm playing correctly to show an example, I will not giant the river. No Casino Royale here. We're just gonna sit and wait, see what he does. Just gonna let that giant die. He has to play something on the spear goblins, so I'm gonna giant the back. So what happened here is he played his musketeer. That's arguably a good play, because if I play something to counter that musketeer, then I'm not gonna have elixir to support my giant. So what I did was I just let him get that damage. I just said, okay, you play your musketeer the river, do something. You get your damage, but you can't defend anymore. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm gambling. I'm saying, you know, okay, you got your damage, but I'm saying my damage is gonna be more. And because I had such an elixir advantage, now you can see I've got like a lot of stuff on the map. I've got a spear gob, 2 giants, minions, and archers. That giant the river, I mean, okay, it's a giant the river, but it's not gonna reach my tower before I get hit, so. It'd be funny if this didn't record. I suppose I didn't, like, make that many test runs to see if it would actually work. So, now we're in Arena 2, which is pretty nice. I am not going to be doing 1 arena per video, because, like, that's going to be really hard later on. It's probably going to slow down a lot once we reach, like, Pekka's Playhouse and Royal Arena. But for now, I should be winning pretty much every game, because these people are just garbage. So, we haven't actually reached level 8 yet, but there isn't really a good way for me to progress right now either. So, probably what I will do is actually I will just end this video here, because I believe I've been talking for a good while now, and there isn't much to do, just to play more. So, yeah, see you guys.